I've got a really special topic for you guys today. I'm going to tell you my whole story about how I am fundamentally unemployed and how I really truly became an entrepreneur, like the kind of entrepreneur that actually makes some money and actually makes a difference with people and actually kind of knows what they're doing. So I'm going to tell you that whole story. And then I'm going to tell you the traits of the people who come into my Sell Out Your Workout bootcamp and actually make money. And there is somebody at the door. I cannot believe this is happening. You guys, let me walk away so it doesn't keep ringing. You guys, I'm so sorry. So unprofessional. But look, I'm going to give you a little treat. This is Bad Doggy. So if you have ever heard Bad Doggy barking in the background, this is Bad Doggy. And she just got groomed. And then the groomer was bringing her back. She's like, what is going on? So this is Bad Doggy. This is Bella. And she's looking all pretty for us. And the dog groomer just dropped her off. So I'm going to stick her over this fence here. And we're going to do this. So today we're going to talk about the traits of the people that come into the Sell Out Your Workout bootcamp and actually get results versus the people who kind of consume the content and then are either in the same position the next time the bootcamp comes around, or they, give up or move on or whatever. All right. First things first, let me say this. You guys, if you are watching me from the Grow Your Fitness Business Facebook group, you know Lonnie. So Lonnie has moved on from us. She's still in the group, but she's no longer my assistant. And that is because she wants to do more strategic things with her business. So she wants to be like a true funnel builder. If you know what a funnel is, she wants to be that person that comes in and builds your sales landing page and then builds all the processes that go behind that. And I was using her more as like a true assistant. So she has decided that she's going to take her business in a different direction and she's no longer with us. So I want you guys to do this for me. Give her a little message, like just in the comments or in a separate post, send a little message and tell her congratulations and good luck and give her all your well wishes and thank her for all the work she's done with us already, because that is super important stuff. And she has really kept this group running. Now, the other piece of that is that she always used to send an email 5 minutes in when I would go live. She would take the link to the live video and she would put it in an email and send it out to the entire email list. I can't do that because I'm with you guys. So I can't go over here and then also send that email. So what I need you guys to do is tag your friends that might not be watching. So in the comments, just go in and tag somebody that you know is interested in this show and might not be watching right now. I love it, you guys. Thank you for putting those messages out there. I know she'll really appreciate it. She loves this group and she loves us, and she'll still be around watching and rooting us on. Okay, so tag Lonnie, give her a little good luck message, give her a congratulations, and then tag a friend and let them know that you're watching this. All right, and I want to tell you this. I am what you would call, what a lot of people would call, what I would call fundamentally unemployable. And let me tell you what that means. So as you guys know, I had a long career in online marketing. So I was a fitness instructor since I was in college. When I graduated college, I was also working in online marketing since the 90s. So this whole time I've been in online marketing And my career was growing. I had a good career. I led teams of web developers. I did some big brands, like brands that you have in your garage, these sporting goods brands. So I had some really cool experiences. I spoke at big conferences. I was written up in industry regs because of things that I was able to achieve with my team that other people weren't able to achieve. But what I found is that I was moving on from job to job about every 2 to 4 years because I was restless and I was unhappy and I was just not the best employee. I am not a person that can sit in an office. You guys, tell me if you feel this way. I would love to hear if you feel like you're fundamentally unemployable as I'm describing it. So, I didn't understand why I had to sit in an office from 8 to 5 to do work that I could be doing from home. Now, COVID has happened and we all work from home. So it's totally different. But back in the day, in the 2000s and in the 2000 and double digits there, I couldn't understand, why do I have to sit here and why do I have to have conversations with everybody about their dog and their grandkids? And I just want to do my work and get back to my kids. And I couldn't understand that whole office culture thing. I couldn't understand having a certain number of vacation days. None of that made sense to me because I am fundamentally unemployable. I was born to be an entrepreneur. So the last job comes along. I didn't know it was the last job, but it was this kind of high profile, super big, stable government type job. I worked for a library system, a big library system that is like a big deal, wins all kinds of awards, blah, blah, blah. And it was the most stressful job I had ever had. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard me tell this story before, but um, in the last year of that job, there was a lot that happened. I won't go into details, but a lot of really stressful things happened with some of my employees, with the situation that I was in. My husband was deployed, just tons of things. And that last year that I was in that job, I actually took 3 weeks off in July for mental health because I was having suicidal thoughts. That's how bad it was. And I came back and my boss looked at me and she said, "Well, I thought you would look, more well rested and relieved." And I said, "I don't feel any more well rested or relieved. I feel exactly the same." And that's when I knew it was done. I was done. And so I quit that job and I knew that if I went out and made any money at all, that I would be better off than sitting in a job that was contributing to me starting to have like suicidal thoughts. So that's what I did. I went and I started my own company, which is what I should have been doing all along because I am fundamentally unemployable and I am a born entrepreneur. All right, now why do I tell you this story? I tell you this story because I want to tell you about the struggle bus story that happened after that. So from 2014 to 2019-20, what went on and what changed in order for me to truly take that step into feeling and being more successful. So I want to tell you about what it takes. Stay to the end because I'm going to give away 3 free registrations to the Sell Out Your 2022 bootcamp, which is the last bootcamp I'm going to do this year. It happens November 15th to the 19th. And not only are we going to do all the business kickstart things that we do every time, but we're also going to do planning for 2022 to make sure that you are ready to go. All right, so first, this is the Fit Pro Show. This is the show that I have put together for you, the fitness professional, to bring to you business building information, industry information, and connect you to each other. I'm Kelly Coulter. I empower fitness professionals to build successful direct-to-consumer businesses so that you can step away from the gym, so that you can work with the clients that you love, and so that you can build a business that you love, that pays you well, and that you can be proud of. Every week, I come on live and I give you actionable business building tips so that you can work with more clients that you love and build the life of your dreams. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the things. I'm going to talk to you about my journey and how I discovered getting coaching and how I discovered being a coach. All right. So when I first left that last big corporate job, that was in 2014. I came home, and what I knew is that if I made a dime, that I was going to be better off than what I was doing because that wasn't working. Now, what I quickly discovered is that the job was not always the source of all the anxiety. And you guys, let me know if you've ever discovered that in a situation, that you've left the situation and that the anxiety kept going because it was within me, right? And there was a lot of personal growth that happened there. But professionally, I was able to eke it out just like I had when I did work for other people. So I was able to create clients out of past contacts, out of all the different networking and situations that I was in. I was able to create enough business that I did six figures pretty quickly in that business. And that was a website building, it was search engine optimization, it was that type of stuff, technical marketing stuff that I was doing. So I scaled that business up to six figures pretty quickly. And like I said, I knew I still wasn't happy because I knew what I really wanted to do was to coach. I saw all of these coaches online that I just really knew I could do what they did. I knew I could be making an impact with people. I knew I could make a difference with people. And that's really what I wanted to be doing, but I had no idea how to get into that. And so around that time, you would see, if you went back into the Wayback Machine, you would see me posting these really vague general offers. Like, I remember one time I posted this thing, and this was probably my fifth or sixth attempt at creating a course and being a coach. And I posted this thing on my website, and it was like the yoga for your business course. It's so embarrassing to think about now. So it was called like yoga for your business. And the idea was that I was going to teach you how to put systems in place and reduce your own anxiety so that your business felt better, right? Now, this is all sounds like a great idea, right? I don't know really why I'm so embarrassed to say it, but it's because it was a failure. So I did this whole sales page and I had all these really cool pictures and all this great copy. And on the face, it looked great. I had no idea how to drive traffic to it. I had no idea that I needed to actually get on the phone with people and sell it. I thought I could just sell it off of a website. And so, of course, the first day of the course comes along. I have enrolled no students, and it is a big failure. I put all this time and effort into it. And once again, it was a huge failure. And I was over it, y'all. I was over it. Like, I knew I didn't want to do technical marketing stuff anymore. And I knew this coaching thing was not even getting started. I couldn't even figure out how to get client number one, let alone 10 clients or 20 clients into a program. Around that time, you guys know who Rachel Hollis is? You guys let me know in the comments if you know who Rachel Hollis is. So Rachel Hollis is the author that wrote Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing, which were big books in the like mid, like 2015, 16, 17. She was also doing a business conference. So she would do this thing called the Rise Business Conference. And I looked it up the other day. I was actually at the last installment of the Rise Business Conference that happened because then COVID happened. So she gave National Guard members or spouses of National Guard members free tickets. And they were like these good VIP level tickets. So I went to the Rise Business Conference in Charleston, and I only went because I had free tickets. I still was not convinced that I needed to invest in this business, right? I thought I had all the answers. And so I went to this conference and if you know Rachel Hollis, if you've read her books, it's like some self-help stuff and it's good stuff, but I had kind of like it was kind of a little bit cursory for me on the self-help side. But what I saw was a woman who got on stage and literally taught her pants off until she was like falling over with exhaustion. Um, I remember she had all these great speakers, and there were a lot of speakers that I wanted to see. There's Brendon Burchard and Amy Porterfield. There was Ryan Billio that did Quest Nutrition. So many really good speakers. And then she came on the end of the day, second day on Friday, and she said, I hope you guys brought your pajamas because there was so much I wanted to say to you yesterday that I didn't get to say. And today we are staying until I'm done. Okay, so that sounds a little scary, but I respected that so much because she literally just taught her pants off. She came out there with a whiteboard and she taught us like everything she knew about building an audience, building a business, what it really takes to build a business. And I was blown away. And so if I had to say there was one thing that I took away from that conference, it was that I was sold on doing live video. So, I talk to you guys about this all the time. Live video is king for service based businesses. And your fitness business is a service based business because we are face to face, because you're able to ask your questions and I am able to answer them. There is nothing better for building one to many relationships than live video. And so I came home and I started practicing. So I didn't start with live video. I started by doing a series of videos about search engine optimization because I was still doing marketing at the time. So when I was in libraries, I used Prezi a lot, and Prezi is a presentation tool that's pretty big, and it's a great presentation tool. And they were doing a video tool at the time, so I would do my videos through Prezi, and it would give them a little bit of movement. Like there would be a graphic up here that said, you know. Make sure that your name, address, and phone number are the same across all your platforms. And then I could like swoop that one out and bring the next one in while I was talking right here. So Prezi is this cool presentation tool. And I did this series of 10 videos there, and they won all these awards from Prezi. Like I've got a trophy that they sent me in the mail because I won these awards from Prezi. So my videos were good. Guess how many clients I got from those videos? Zero. Zero clients came from those videos. So went still another failure, but I was sold on the live video thing. I knew that I wanted to build an audience. I knew that my strategy was building an audience, that I was no longer going to be trying to sell to anybody I could find. I was only ever going to make offers to people who had come to me in my audience and said, I might want that offer. So I was sold on building an audience. I was sold on live videos, but I knew I needed more. Have you guys ever heard the story? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever heard this story about how Lady Gaga built her music career? So, she was an actor. She was doing some acting stuff. And of course, she's a very talented musician. But what she actually did when she first came out and did her first singles is she completely mimicked Madonna's career. So everything about the way that Lady Gaga was coming into the market, if you go back and you kind of timeline it against Madonna's career, it was the same. Like their first singles sound the same. Their second singles sound the same. They went on the MTV Awards and did something really inflammatory right around the same time. Like she mimicked Madonna's career. Now, why do I tell you that? Because it is far more useful to go and mimic somebody who has already done it and done it well than it is to try to just eke it out on your own. So I knew that I had to find somebody that had done it, and I had to pay them. and I had to make it happen based on what they told me. So I knew I needed to invest in coaching. I was finally sold on investing in coaching. I needed information. I needed guidance from somebody who had actually done it. All right. So I went out and I plopped the debit card down and I got my coach. Now, here is what I committed to when I got coaching. When I came in and I said, I am going to invest this money, I am going to do these things that will make it successful. And these are the three things. If you're taking notes, here are the notes that I want you to take. These are the three things that the successful members of the Sell Out Your Workout Bootcamp do as well. Okay, so, and if you're already registered for the Sell Out Your Workout Bootcamp, I want you to commit to these things. Somebody take notes for me in the comments. I want you to write these in the notes. The first one, I committed to showing up and doing the learning and the work. So if you guys have noticed, I don't do the Sell Out Your Workout Bootcamp for free anymore. And there's a reason. If you've ever heard somebody say that when people pay, they pay attention, I have found that to be uber true. That is absolutely true when it comes to the boot camps, and especially in this day and age when everybody and their brother is coming in and like doing these free boot camps, and you don't know if they're going to be any good, and you register for them and then maybe you just don't even show up. And what I've found is that people register and they don't show up, or I have to work really hard to get them to show up if I do it for free. And then they get there and they're just like half committed to really listening. So they might be multitasking. I can't help you if you're not showing up to help yourself. So when people pay, they show up not only to listen to the sessions, but also to do the work that I assign. So they show up, they do the stuff, they show up to the homework implementation sessions, they ask for feedback, they ask for live laser coaching, they get all the stuff because they have plopped down the debit card. Y'all, there is a transformation that happens when you make that payment. I don't ask for payment for the boot camp because I need the money. I know I've been transparent with you guys. You guys know I don't make money off the boot camp. It's $47, but the $47 is it goes to other advertising, it goes to expenses. There is not any money that goes into the Coulter business because of the boot camp. But there is a transformation that happens when you make that payment. You commit to the results that I'm promising you. That boot camp promises that you will get clear on your offer and your audience, that you will understand how to come to your audience with a message, and you will make an offer and make money. But that can only happen if you show up to do the learning and do the work. So that means the homework. That means you have to carve out some time that week, right? You cannot show up and be mad at me at the end of the week because you had to work all week. Take a day off. Take a couple days off. Take a couple hours off every afternoon. Get creative. Maybe find subs for your classes, whatever you've got to do, but show up to do the learning and show up to do the work. It will make all the difference. Number two, so put this in the comments for me, you guys. You have to be coachable. Have you ever dealt with somebody that comes to you for advice or wants to hear what you have to say about their work or, something that they're thinking about or trying. And then you give them your professional advice and they say, but, or, yeah, I know, but, um, I'm trying to think of some examples. Have you ever had that situation and then they come back at you with, "Well, that won't work for me because," or "I'm a special snowflake in this area," right? Like they're really saying, "I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do because it makes me uncomfortable or I don't feel like it." There are only 3 reasons that somebody would not do what you're telling them that you need to do. Either they don't have the tools, they don't agree, or they don't know how. So if I show up and I tell you what to do and I give you the tools and then I tell you how to use the tools and you don't do them, it's because you don't agree. Being coachable means that you suspend your disbelief and try it anyways because you're getting advice from someone who has gotten the results that you want. So I was on a call with someone a few weeks ago, and they had done all this training around this thing. And I went in and I looked at it and I was trying to give them like a few actionable tips. And right away they were like, well, no, but no, but. And I thought, I was going to offer this person to come into the boot camp, but why bother? They're not coachable. They don't have the capacity to onboard what I have to tell them. So this is not the right time for that person. That doesn't mean it'll never be the right time, but right now this is not the right time for that person. So number 2 is being coachable. When you come into the Sell Out Your Workout boot camp, you commit to taking the advice that I'm giving you, suspending your disbelief, and giving it a try. All right. And number 3, this is the big mindset shift I had to make. And it's the big mindset shift you guys have to make in order to come in and really take advantage of this resource. And that is accepting that failure is part of success. So, failure gets a really bad rap in our society. And I think it comes from early schooling. I think it comes from elementary school when we went to school and you got an A or you got an F, right? And when you got an F, you went home and you got punished. Maybe you got spanking if you had those kinds of parents. Maybe you got, grounded. These days we would take away the kids' phones. But the F was the mark of a bad kid. And that's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that we deemed those low grades as Fs, as failures. And it's really unfortunate that that got tied to failure as an adult. Because the truth is, there is no other way to succeed than to fail a million times. You fail, you figure out this one didn't work. Then you fail, you figure it out this one didn't work. It's like Einstein. He had a bajillion failures before he figured out the light bulb. If he had had a couple failures and said, I am a bad person because I failed, we wouldn't have light right now. Failure is part of success. Failure is what gets you to success. So you have to accept that having some failures, doing some things that don't work, is part of finding what works for you. Every single one of us has a different business, and doing the things that don't work are going to be the thing that takes you to the thing that will work for your specific business. I hear this a lot of times when I'm teaching the techniques around selling, right? So I'll talk about reaching out, and I'll talk about reaching out to your hot audience and your warm audience. No cold audiences. We're not reaching out to cold audiences. And people will come back to me and say, well, I sent out a bunch of messages, a bunch of emails, some text messages, and I only got like 2 responses. And instead of looking at as I'm now in 2 conversations, they look at it as that was a failure because they sent out 10 messages. So one of the advantages that coaching can really bring to you is having a community around you that can tell you when that's actually normal or what the numbers should look like. There were so many times in my entrepreneurial journey before I got coaching that I would look at something and think, well, that's not working. When in reality, it was completely in line with what I needed to do. I just needed to keep going. And I didn't know it because I didn't have a community around me to tell me so. So, those are the 3 mindset shifts, the things that I need you to do in order to make sure that you're going to be the person that gets all the success that makes $2,000 and beyond from being in the Sell Out Your Workout, Sell Out Your 2022 Business Kickstart Bootcamp. All right, so those are the things that I need you to commit to. Now, who is ready to learn to bootstrap their business from somebody who has done it in 2 different industries? I want you to give me a comment and say, I am ready, because the first 3 are going to get a free registration into the bootcamp. So give me an I'm ready. And the first 3 are going to get a free registration into the bootcamp that starts November 15th. And if you're not registered, I want you to go over to fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. Get registered. Let me see if I can get that comment in here. I see and I'm ready. I can't see who it is because you didn't let StreamYard know your name, but I'll go into Facebook after this and I'll look. And here is that link to the bootcamp to get registered. All right, I see one. Nice job, you guys. Okay, so get over there, get registered. November 15th is when we start. It'll go through from the 15th to the 19th. I will come on every day. I will teach live. I will teach the homework implementation sessions live. We're going to do some laser coaching sessions. We're going to do an extra 2022 planning session so that I know that you are prepared to go into 2022 with a bang. That's what I've got for you guys today. What questions do you have for me? I'm going to start wrapping this up, but I would love to hear your questions. And Jennifer says, if you are on the fence, I can guarantee that Kelly Culture can help you. She's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. And Jennifer is killing it. So much fun to work with. I love working with you. All right. If you are watching on YouTube, I'm going to ask that you like and subscribe. It's really important to me that I grow that YouTube subscribership. I'm really enjoying watching everyone come in and subscribe, and I appreciate every single one of my subscribers there. So YouTube, like and subscribe. Please hit the little bell so you get a notification every time I come on. If you are not in the Grow Your Fitness Business group on Facebook, if you are watching this from my business page, I want you to come over and join the group because we have so much fun there. I come on live all the time for little unannounced visits. We do polls, we do different fun posts, we help each other out, we ask each other questions, we love on each other, we celebrate each other. Awesome group. Get over there, get joined up. You get bonus resources, you get community and networking. You can search through the whole group and find things that we've discussed in the past that you might need right now. And you are always in the know first when you're in the Grow Your Fitness Business group. So I always announce things there first. All right. And other than that, I just want to make sure that you are registered for the boot camp and let's get this thing going. All right. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Love you. I will see you Thursday on Instagram Live where we will be. Oh my gosh, I've blanked on what we're talking about on Instagram Live, but I will post it in the group. All right. Love you.